Well, I wasn't quite done working yet, but I am now. Looks like we got another blown hydraulic hose leaking out of the belly pan, so probably be my luck. It'll be that another big one that cost $250 to replace or whatever. But as soon as I noticed I was leaking hydraulic oil faster than I thought, I jumped out and I saw it just pouring out of the belly pan, so I ran up here on the landing as quick as I could just to try to get it up on some solid ground. So I don't even think I'm gonna look at it today, to be honest with you. I don't even know if I want to. I need to, but I don't want to. I want to just go home and be mad about it. My hope, well, not really hope, but my assumption, I'll show you here. If y'all remember a long time ago, I blew that hose that goes down to your down to the final drive. And when I replaced the one, the other one was pretty crappy. But ever since then, I've had oil leaking out of my motor access there. And I thought, you know, at first I thought, oh, it's just because that whole beam is full of oil and it'll drain out eventually, and it just never did stop. So probably my guess is it's that other major hose, and you know, it's been leaking kind of slowly ever since, and it finally blew. Because to have oil pouring out of your belly pan, you know it's got to be something up underneath. It's not a leak here in the final drive. So anyway, great. Another busted hose. The good news is I just finished doing the major grade work on the pad, so I'm actually going to get my dozer guy over here, have him clean it up and slick it up, and be ready to actually think about doing some soil testing and actually thinking about building. The dirt work part of it is done as far as I'm concerned, aside from touch-up work. So that's at least the good news, but this is bad news. Well, the old girl let me down again. Blew another hydraulic line on the final drive, but good news is I know exactly what to do this time, since I've had to do it before. So I've been out here, I don't know, maybe an hour and got it off. So I was wrong. I thought it was on the other side. So the first time I blew a hose about a year ago now, it was on that side. And you know, I have to get up underneath, take down the belly pans and disconnect it up underneath, and then the hose runs down through the frame, comes down to your final drive. Well, ever since I'd replaced that one, there's been a slow leaking out of this door. And so I always thought, well, maybe I damaged, you know, something's wrong with the new hose I put on, or maybe I slightly damaged the old hose, I don't know, but you know, whatever, I'll fix it later, right? Well, here I blow a hose the other day. I thought, well, there we go, whatever's been leaking all that time finally popped. But actually it wasn't, which leaves that still to be questioned. But I don't know that I want. Oh, I hate messing with it if I don't have to. Just let it keep leaking. Anyway, up underneath, belly pans down, and right away, so it was on the other side. So same thing, pop the door off. Makes sense. The bottom hose up underneath is also your bottom hose on your final drive. That sucker there fought me hard. I actually was standing on the wrench with my back pressed against the bottom of the excavator to get enough leverage to finally pop it. And when I did, it actually broke loose from the final drive, not from the fitting itself. So I'll have to get that in a vise and get it torn apart. Or probably just get a whole new fitting to go into the final drive as well. Anyway, I was a little bit smarter this time. Brought me some sheets of plywood to put down to lay on, so I wasn't laying in the mud. That was nice, because last time I was back here behind the palm when it popped, and so I was laying down, rolling around in the dust. At least it was dust and not mud. Anyway, we got her off here. Got it in the back of the truck. And you can see there's our problem. Nice little split. Yeah, if I can get the light on it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Split open there, and then unwound once it split. So yes sir, nasty, nasty, nasty. Anyway, we'll get her to a shop, get a new one built and on, and we'll be back in business.